What's up, guys? Today I'm doing something a little different. I've always wanted to do this for a long time. We are gonna do a Epic the Musical Hunger Games simulator. Now, I've seen a lot of Hunger Games simulators, and I always wanted to do one. So I went to this website, and yeah. Alright, here we go. As the tributes stand their podiums to horn sounds, Poseidon pushes the Winions off a cliff during a knife fight. The suitors run away from the cornucopia. Odysseus runs away from the cornucopia. Penelope runs away from the cornucopia. Charybdis runs away from the cornucopia. Aeolus runs away from the cornucopia. Circe, Tiresias, and the gods get into a fight, and the gods triumphantly kill them both. But yeah, that's a lot of gods. Eurylochus, Elpenor, Athena, and Anticlea form a suicide pact, killing themselves. What the heck? You know, I can definitely understand this, although I don't know why you would do that. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot to review the districts, my bad. No, whatever. Scylla retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Oh, I wonder who that could belong to. Polites runs away from the cornucopia, of course he does. Antibiotics grabs the backpack, now realizing it is empty. Hera runs away from the cornucopia. Zeus runs away from the cornucopia. Telemachus runs into the cornucopia and hides. Hermes finds a bag full of explosives. Oh, I don't... Of course he does, bro. And the Lotus Eaters take a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Whoa. And Paramedes kills Polyphemus with the hatchet. What the heck? He really said you gotta stab him in the eye. Alright. Next one. Odysseus discovers a cave. Well, look at him. And Zeus explores the arena. Nice. Penelope camouflages herself in the bushes. And Paramedes receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Charybdis injures himself. What is a Charybdis and being afraid? He literally is the dude that Odysseus had to sing Bring It On against. The Lotus Eaters go hunting. Hermes collects fruit from a tree. Fruity messenger? Question mark? Yeah, whatever. Telemachus steals from the gods when, well, come on. And the suitors beg for antibiotics to kill them. He refuses, keeping them alive. Why? Why is that like the opposite of what happened? Scylla injures herself. Bro, you were supposed to be the toughest character in the whole thing. Why are you injuring yourself? Poseidon and Polites split up to search for resources. Okay, and Aeolus chases Hera. This is very unhinged, I must say. Alright, proceed. 8 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. The Winions have passed away. Remember them. And the fire begins to fade. Circe's dead, somehow. Tiresias is dead. Eurylochus, this is the whole, killing themselves pact. Eurylochus is dead, Elpenor is dead, Athena is dead, Anticlea is dead, and Polyphemus is dead. He's from the Cyclops saga, isn't he? Remember that. My bad. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's see everyone's status real quick. Okay, so... Alright. Ooh, wow, okay. Go back to Fallen Tributes. Proceed. Antibiotics receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Didn't you receive fresh food from an unknown sponsor? Or whatever. Hera sees a fire but stays hidden. And the gods try to treat their infections. Oh no. That's a lot of gods. Poseidon begs for Polites to kill him. He refuses, keep it. You really think that cinnamon bun is gonna keep The suitors set up a trap and it killed Hermes? No! Aeolus bashes Penelope's head against the rocks. Bro, why is Aeolus so savage? She's done so much. Telemachus is unable to start a fire and sleeps us down warmth. Aww. Zeus kills Paramedes for supplies. And the Lotus Eaters are awoken by nightmares. Odysseus tends to Charybdis' wounds. Oh, you literally had a whole song called Charybdis and you were just going, oh, bring it on, I'm not done, I'm so fun. And Scylla looks at the night sky. Wow. Okay, proceed. Odysseus practices at archery. Oh, you gotta stay loyal to Apollo and Artemis. Aeolus, Hera, and antibiotics and Scylla form... they form suicide pact, killed themselves. Zeus goes hunting. Polites makes a slingshot. Curious you. Charybdis receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Of course he does. Poseidon camouflages himself in the bushes. The Lotus Eaters search for a water source. The suitors make a wooden spear. Telemachus hunts for other tributes, and the gods collect fruit from a tree. Wow. Okay, proceed. 7 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Hermes, no, 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 no. Penelope, Paramedes, Aeolus, Hera, Antibiotics, and Scylla. Alright, let's see everyone's status. Oh yeah, here I can introduce you to the districts. District 1, Odysseus, Penelope. District 2, Telemachus and Athena. District 3, Zeus and Hera. District 4, Polites and the Lotus Eaters. District 5, Aeolus and the Windians. District 6, Poseidon and Polyphemus. District 7, Hermes and Circe. District 8, Tiresias and Anticlea. District 9, Scylla and Charybdis. District 10, Antibiotics and Eurylochus. District 11, Paramedes and Elpenor. District 12, Gods and the Gods and the Suitors. Okay, here we go. Proceed. The gods pass out from exhaustion. Wow. Zeus is awoken by nightmares. Polites tries to treat his infection. Charybdis receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. The Lotus Eaters, Odysseus and Poseidon, sleep in shifts. Telemachus is unable to start fire and sleep with... This happened twice in a row. And the suitors climb a tree to rest. Okay. Alright. According to copies, replenish food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs, tributes, families. The suitors steal Zeus' memoirs. Charybdis decides not to go to the feast. Polites decides not to go to the feast. The gods decide not to go to the feast. Poseidon severely injures Telemachus and leaves him to die. Oh, wow. Odysseus decides not to go to the feast, and the Lotus Eaters take a staff leaning against Cornucopia. This is the only one that makes sense, okay? Alright. Polites hunts for other tributes. The Lotus Eaters, the suitors, the gods, and Poseidon and Odysseus hunt for tributes. Charybdis receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor, and Zeus camouflages himself in the bushes. Blech. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Telemachus, no! How dare you? No, whatever. It's just a thing. Alright. Poseidon is awoken by nightmares. The Lotus Eaters receive clean water from an unknown sponsor. Odysseus receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Polites goes to sleep. Zeus thinks about home. Up there in Olympus. The suitors and the gods sleep in shifts, and Charybdis dies trying to escape the arena. Why did I think he would win when he started doing everything? Like, don't ask why. Polites travels to higher ground. Zeus steals from he steals from his brothers when he isn't looking. Poseidon chases the Lotus Eaters. The suitors go hunting, and Odysseus makes a wooden spear. Use your swords to sharpen the stone and turn it to a giant spear. Okay, one cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Charybdis, rest in peace. The Lotus Eaters attempt to start a fire, but it's unsuccessful. The gods try to sing themselves to sleep. Poseidon fends Odysseus, Zeus, and the suitors away from his fire. I guess he has something against them. Polites tries to treat his infection. Oh, here we go. Polites discovers a cave! Woo! Zeus sprains his ankle while running away from the gods. Bro, sibling energy, and I love it. Poseidon discovers a cave. Is it the same cave? Odysseus chases the suitors. Yeah, Odysseus for 20 years. Okay, I'm sorry. The Lotus Eaters see smoke rising in the distance, but decide not to investigate. No cannon shots. Okay, that means no one dead. Here we go. Odysseus destroys the Lotus Eater supplies while they're asleep. Oh no. He destroyed the lotuses. Poseidon receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Zeus sets up camp for the night. The suitors climb a tree to rest. Polites starts a fire, and the gods cry themselves to Why is this so unhinged? Zeus constructs a shack. The Lotus Eaters defeat suitors in the fight, but spares their lives. Spare us. Oh, spare us, please. Why do I sound like the sirens? Like, what is that? The gods search for firewood. Polites searches for firewood. Odysseus sees smoke rise in the distance, decides not to investigate, and Poseidon collects fruit from a tree. Okay. No deaths. Okay. The Lotus Eaters tend to the suitors' wounds. The gods and Polites sleep in shifts. Zeus receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Odysseus just passes out from exhaustion, and Poseidon tends to his wounds. The gods kill Lotus Eaters with a sickle. Oh my gosh. The suitors run away from Odysseus. Polites severely injures Zeus and leaves him to die, and Poseidon makes a wooden spear. 2 cannon shots from your distance. Lotus Eater is dead and Zeus is dead. Here we go. Odysseus just quietly hums. The gods cry themselves to sleep again for some reason. Poseidon lets the suitors into their shelter, and Polites goes to sleep. Poseidon thinks about home. Polites and Odysseus threaten a double kill themselves. It fails and they die. The suitors injure themselves and the gods make a wooden spear. Okay. Polites and Odysseus is dead. At least they died together. Alright. The suitors try to sing themselves to sleep. The gods receive a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Poseidon receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Wow! I wonder who that could be. Why is he giving things to himself? That's not how this works in the this isn't the thirsty game. Okay, sorry. Well, it kind of spit out my Chromebook a bit. Oh, that's weird. Oh, Poseidon diverts the suitors' attention and runs away, and the gods die from thirst. The gods are dead. Okay, proceed. Poseidon shoots an arrow to the suitors who said, "The winner is Poseidon from District 6. Wow, ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. Alright, let's see their stats. Poseidon is the winner. Alright. The Winnians died first, that's sad. Alright. Okay, oh, my bad. My bad, oh my gosh. Proceed. Alright, here we go. Let's see what Alright, so, the stats, the kills, there's, the gods and Poseidon at 3, the suitors at 1, Paramedes at 1, Zeus at 1, Polites is 1, and Aeolus is 1. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed. That was very different from what I usually create. Bye.